Hey guys, so I'm back again on the grass. It seems like there's a reoccurring theme with me sitting on the grass and talking about things that matter to me the most. And what matters to me the most right now, and that has been very prominent in my life currently, are my friendships. And today I'm here with a very special guest, someone who has shown a great impact in my life and makes me laugh regardless of any type of mood I am, any type of day it is. I'm here with my one and only friend, my best friend of 14 years, Alex. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Okay, how do I introduce myself? Just generally?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Alex. I'm the friend of 14 years. I guess how I can introduce myself is just how our friendship started.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that introduces quite enough.
Second grade in elementary school, I remember that, so I didn't know anyone in my class. And then our seating arrangement in class was by alphabetical order by last name. I remember the person who was sitting next to me was Alex, none other than Alex herself. All I remember was that, well, actually I remember quite a few things, but something I remember, like in terms of first impressions, was that year, I think, what year was it?
It was 2012.
2011 to 2012. And Alex had this crayon tower that looked like a cake. It was like a big tier, a middle tier, and a small tier. And it was one, I think it would spin around too.
I was bougie like that.
Literally. And they just came out that year. And I remember just looking, wow, this girl's like really into it. And as a dumb 7 or 8-year-old child.
Oh my god.
Literally, I'm calling myself out because that was a very dumb thing of me to do. Alex had these jumbo crayons, and I remember, I don't know what got to me. I remember I broke her crayons, and she was so pissed off at me, and I don't know how she still wanted to be friends with me. But I want to say, like, that was a monumental moment of our friendship. That's how it all started. Me breaking her crayons. And which is funny because I feel like we don't get into arguments or disagreements, but I feel like our argument or disagreement started with that one moment.
We don't need any more. I started off with one.
We start off with one, and then it went up, and then it went. Do you remember being upset at me for like a split 5 seconds and then breaking them?
I don't. I just remember actually breaking them. That's all I remember, is just breaking them.
Oh my
That's
God.
literally all. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad you don't remember that part, because I remember I was upset after I did it because of your reaction. And I was like, okay, no, she's okay. Like, she accepts me after you started breaking it. But we went to the same elementary school, middle school, high school, different community colleges. And that was on my end. I don't want to say it's my fault, but it kind of, not to put it back on.
Well, it's not a fault. It was a good thing.
Yeah, it was a good thing, but I was supposed to go to the same community college as Alex as well. We ended up finding our way back to each other because we're at the same university. We're at the same campus.
I remember, like, from just like not digging deep, just like surface level memories too. The next thing I remember after the crayon thing, we were 3rd grade. We had like our seats next to each other, and then our seats are like the ones with the holes in it, so you could like put folders and stuff in there.
I remember, yeah.
And I don't remember who got me it, or maybe it was Nina's or something, but I had these really cute like themed erasers. I forgot exactly what, but they were like animals, I'm pretty sure. And so I would like bring a ton to school, and then we would like play in the little like holes of our desk like while the teacher was talking. And yeah, it was just that snapshot.
You remember that? I remember the grid papers that, yeah, it's called graph papers, right? The ones that you use for math.
Yeah.
But except our math wasn't that complex for us to use it for that purpose. We would just have like a bunch of those, and then we would get our like Crayola markers, and we would color in each box. And we would just, it was very therapeutic now that I think about it. Like,
we were just creative like that.
Literally, we didn't need coloring books or anything. We just used that. But I remember in that class, everyone was seated next to like their closest friends. Like, the teacher at the time, she was very chill and very kind and relaxed about that. But then these two guys that are sitting close to us, they were like all chatty and talking a lot and being disruptive. So we were kind of unlucky in the sense that in order for them to be split up for the second semester, we had to be split up so one of us would sit next to like the other one. So everyone kept their seating arrangement with their friends except us.
Lucky.
Literally, but do you remember this? I remember going up to our teacher and telling her, like, this isn't fair. Like, everyone sits with their friends, but why can't I sit with Alex? And I remember she was like, well, I had to choose someone. And I think she used the excuse of you guys are also like coloring or being distracted, but we're pretty good students. Like we were, or maybe my memory's wrong. I don't remember.
Never.
But all I remember is going under our desk, bawling my eyes because
under the desk.
Yes.
Okay, girl.
I didn't have any shame.
She wanted to run.
I didn't have any shame with showing my emotions, literally. And because of that, I think our teacher felt bad and she kept our seats together.
Yeah, she better. Yeah, she better. She was a monumental thing in our friendship because it was the first obstacle. Try to split us apart. Good luck. Good luck.
Literally.
Good luck.
Literally.
Remember Cleopatra? We had this like dress up day where you dress up as like a historical figure and you pick it randomly and you like dress up, bring like a whole set. Nina was Cleopatra, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And then I was Queen Elizabeth II.
Remember, because Alex was Queen Elizabeth II. Does it even matter? She was one of the Elizabeths.
Girl, I had no idea what Britain even was.
It was funny because we would have like our own corner in the class. It was like a full day activity. I remember it being so much fun. And Alex, because like she was the queen, we had another friend like in our circle, the three of us. She was also Queen Elizabeth.
I don't remember. Wait, keep going. Maybe I'll know.
Okay.
She was Queen Elizabeth? Girl! I don't even remember her being in third grade.
Anyways, that other friend of ours in third grade, she was also Queen Elizabeth, but she wasn't prepared at all, like in terms of...
She wasn't like me. No.
The whole point of this was that we would get to know and research a certain historical figure, and then other grade levels in our school would come, it was like we were figures in a museum. They would tap us like a few times on the shoulder, and then we would start talking like a certain paragraph about that person, like that was us.
Yeah.
And I remember I was seated outside of Alex's and our other friends' like cubicle thing. Like our teacher used bookshelves to make like a castle.
Yeah.
And I think your mom bought like cardboard.
Yeah, she made like a whole castle thing. I actually have a photo I can send you to input it.
We're gonna input that.
Like poor parents. Why? Like it was a whole set.
Her outfit was absolutely fire. She had like the
Wait,
wired skirt. Yes, it was so good.
I have a photo of it, but I don't remember like beyond the photo. You know?
It was so good. Like the effort on point.
Now I need to see your Cleopatra photo to jog my memory.
I had a gong too, which is weird because my mom had a random gong laying around, and Cleopatra has nothing to do with a gong, but for the vibe.
It's the Silk Road. It's the Silk Road. Maybe it was imported.
Literally. But I remember when someone would come and tap on your shoulder, you would start talking. Another like kid would come and tap on the other girl's shoulder, and she didn't have anything prepared, so she would copy what you were saying.
Oh, I do remember that.
And you would get so upset.
I remember being angry.
I remember I was just frozen until someone tapped me, and when they were talking, like when it was your guys' turn, you'd be like break here, like so-and-so, stop copying me. And I remember like aside, I'm like, girl, get it together.
Wait, that's crazy. I just remember being angry. That's the only thing I remember.
You were pretty upset, but like...
No, because why is she trying to steal it? Why is she trying to steal the light?
Honestly, and you were different Elizabeths, so it's like different backstories.
Oh.
Like I think you were the second, she
was the first. Oh. Okay.
What about middle school? I remember when we started, we were very much like
I was horrified all the time. But I remember I think this was 6th grade or 7th grade. I'm pretty sure it's 6th grade. And you weren't there because maybe you were sick or you had like an appointment or something. And we would always sit together in like near the entrance of the school, where like next to the cafeteria,
Yep.
we'd always sit in like a particular table, and you weren't there, and I was just like wandering, and I was like lost, and I don't know why that memory is so stuck in my brain. I was like, oh my god, Nina's not here, and I was just like wandering like a ghost. I don't know why it was like so profound to me, and that stuck to me. I don't know why.
I think because we spent a lot of time together from second grade all the way before middle school started.
Yeah.
We spent our summers together too. Like I think we had like a routine where every Friday I would be dropped off at your house.
Really?
And we would have like play dates or things like that. And every Friday I would come and I would like bring a little thing. Like I remember bringing like these colored pencil pouches, so we would color it once. We went to the movies once. I brought chocolate once or like something.
You have a really good memory. I seem like such a whatever, not memory, like remembering, but like now I get to experience it for the second time. There you go.
Remember, Alex used to have like Legos, the Lego Friends sets, and I remember it was because of Alex. I remember going to my mom and saying, I really want the same, and like we would play with it. We had such creative imaginations. Like we were never bored. I always felt like there wasn't like the play dates always went by so quick. Like I wanted more and more out of it.
Girl, we're just creative like that.
Literally.
We were not iPad kids. We
weren't
we were outside.
Kids. I think we were the last of us.
I think so.
The last of our
before the zombie apocalypse. I can't really remember. Oh, I remember the only other thing. We had a roller coaster project, and I just remember being really mean to Nina.
I'm so glad she brought this up because we had the same science teacher but different periods. But we had also the same history teacher.
This is in 8th grade.
Yeah, in 8th grade, but the same period. I remember the science project and the history project were like simultaneously, like they were at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The history project, it was with our tables and unplanned, our teacher put us together. Mind you, I don't think our teacher knew that we were like really close.
Yeah.
I think this was an alphabetical last name thing again. It was me and her, and then 2 other people who we also knew like from elementary school and like well, anyways, it was us and the other 2. They weren't being very responsive, let's say, or like very
I don't remember that, honestly.
But you were, we had to write like an essay portion for the history thing and then like do a poster. And I remember Alex that time, she was really, really, really good at writing essays, like last minute, quick, efficient, got the grade. Me, I had a struggle with that, like, which is funny because things took a turn. But I remember texting Alex and saying, oh, Alex, I think it was like 11 p.m. one night. And I was like, Alex, we got to finish this by Friday, blah, blah, blah. I did one part of it, and then I think you were doing the essay, and I was like, Alex, if you need help, let me know.
Yeah.
Mind you, deep down in my soul, I was praying that Alex would say, Nina, it's fine, I don't need help, because that's how much I feared and hated writing essays at the time.
Yeah.
And to my luck, Alex was like, it's okay, Nina, I got it. And I was like, are you sure? And she was like, yeah. Who cares how I felt inside? I still asked Alex. Keep that memory, like, store it aside. Then at the same time,
yeah, I was like, we had no disagreements. Okay, keep going.
Girl,
keep going. It wasn't necessarily a disagreement. It was more of I was disagreeable. I was a disagreeable person. Yeah. Okay, you can continue.
Anyway, then we were working. I remember going to Alex's house, and then our other close friend at the time. It was the 3 of us doing the roller coaster project for our 8th grade.
This one I remember more.
We had like 2 days. I think we were like on a time crunch to finish it. Our other friend, she was really good at writing too. It's so funny because now I like writing, but at the time I absolutely feared and scared. So I was like, okay, great. She's the one doing the writing. Alex and I were in charge of figuring out how to make this roller coaster.
It was like a physical project. Like you had to actually use stuff to make it. And it was like a ball. Like,
anyway, so I remember the roller coaster, no matter how much you'd glue it, because we twisted it a lot, it wouldn't stay in place. I remember your sister was there too, trying to help us figure out, because we were both getting pretty like,
it was
stressed.
A hard project.
It was hard for
It was a really hard project.
I remember your sister mentioned that she did that project, but in high school. And I was like, why in the world are we doing this at 14? Anyways, but Alex did like, the only way that, well, I guess there are other ways to like fix the roller coaster for it to like stay in place and work. But Alex said, okay, Nina, let's do it where the drop for the ball is top. I was like, Alex, this isn't realistic because on a real roller coaster, that's like a death drop. Like that's gonna kill people. And you're like, Nina, like it's okay. Blah, blah, blah. I don't remember exactly what you said, but I remember being like, Alex, let's work through this, blah, blah, blah. And then we started bickering. We started having our disagreement.
Yeah.
And I remember we moved from working in your garage to going into the backyard, and it was like dark outside. I think it was like 8 p.m.
Really?
And our other friend, she finished the essay like instantly, like 30 minutes, one and done. She was just quiet because she was watching us like argue. And all I remember is your dad coming out to backyard being like, after today, you guys aren't going to be friends. And I remember being like,
that sounds about right. That sounds like him. I just remember us having conflict during it because we were so stressed by it taking so long. I don't remember anything specific. The only thing I do remember is about the history one. All I remember is it's just snapshots. It's like I remember I printed out pictures because we had like a poster, I guess, and I glued them on, and I guess the glue turned green, and all the pictures turned into like zombie-looking photos.
I remember,
and that really annoyed me. And then I also remember now that you mentioned the essay, I'm starting to remember a little bit. I like can't I just remember this. We have to individually grade every member in our team. And so it was me, Nina, the other two girls I don't remember. And I remember giving the other two girls like a really low grade, if I remember well.
Me too, because they wouldn't really do
They didn't do anything, which is like valid. But then I think I gave Nina like a 4 out of 5, right?
Yeah. And I remember while we were arguing in her backyard about the roller coaster project, I was like, because the history project was done like a week or two before this. I was like, by the way, Alex, because this is like an anonymous scoring, like we don't know each other's score, what score did you give me? I was like, because I gave you 5 out of 5.
Did I tell you?
And then you wouldn't tell me. You'd be like, and then that's when I knew. This is my friend of years. I know that expression. You're like, I gave you like, I think you said you gave me a good score. Which 4 out of 5 is a good score?
No, but you know what I mean.
But I did she may have written the essay, but I did the extra credit on top of like what we were supposed to do too. And I remember I was like, Alex, still, I won't be upset.
What is this?
I was upset.
7 years later?
I was upset.
Funny thing, because it's like, why did I do that?
I don't know, girl. Go ask yourself.
Yeah, I wish I could ask, because the only thing else I remember is just staying up really late to do it.
Yeah.
That's the only other thing I remember doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
High school swim.
We joined the swim team in high school because naturally, like growing up, my mom would sign me up for like swim lessons, and I really liked it. And you too, right?
We had a background in swimming. Like I remember you would take like the like I had swimming from when I was around maybe like 8 to like maybe around like 7 or 6 to about like 13, and then we did the swim team around like 15.
Yeah, we did the swim team. I remember I did not know how to dive a lick. Is that a thing? And we had like the first week we were on junior varsity because I feel like we mainly did it for fun. We weren't like really fast. It
was mostly fun. Like it was, I wouldn't say casual.
It was kind of casual.
Yeah, it was kind of casual
because we weren't varsity, but we were still like our practices were like
we were pretty intense though. Yeah,
but I like that. Like I remember going home after practice feeling super hungry, tired in a good way, and then taking a shower and having a really good night's rest.
Dude, the shower and the eats after were the yummiest bit.
Literally, honestly. But remember like our first semester into swimming, we had like a week of practice, and our swim meets were always like every single Monday or like most Mondays. And after that first week of practice, we didn't sorry, I thought it was a squirrel. I was actually scared of the squirrels here. But anyways, our coach didn't go over how to dive yet, and he was like, guys, we're gonna have a swim meet this coming Monday. Don't worry about your diving, don't worry about your times or anything. This is just like a practice thing. We went to one of the closest high schools to us because we were like up against them, and we didn't have a pool. Our high school didn't have a pool. Corgi.
Your dog is so cute.
Aww. What's her
Oh,
name?
yeah?
What's her name?
Penny. Oh my gosh, she's so soft.
Penny. Oh my god.
Oh, she wants to make the video. She's so
Penny.
cute.
Penny.
She's a
Penny's our
superstar.
star. Aww.
Aww.
Oh my god.
Okay. Bye.
So sweet.
Bye. Okay, hi.
Aww. Penny.
Okay.
Also, I remember you used to love pugs.
Pugs were the thing, turtles and pugs.
Bye. Oh, wait, that was so cute.
That was the cutest
I kind of wish you would just sit here.
Yeah. What were we on? Swim?
We're on swim. And I remember, anyways, we're talking about diving. We go to the swim meet, mind you, like, bless how everyone, almost like 9 out of 10 times, the people on the junior varsity team didn't know how to dive. So every time someone would dive, they would literally go like this, plop. And you would hear that plopping sound. And all I could hear was everyone saying, oh. Literally. When it came our turn,
the whole team, let's just say the whole junior varsity was like, ooh.
So embarrassed. I was like, you know, you gotta start somewhere. Did our diving get better? Did your diving get better?
Oh, it for sure got better. I just remember Nina in the beginning. Foreshadow back to the squirrel jump. I remember Nina, so she would do it well, right? She'd start off well. And then when she'd actually get off the board, she would like this. She would squirrel jump again. Like, you would get your limp, like, you would be like this. And then I don't know why, you would just like.
Would I actually remember?
I just remember that.
Oh my god.
In the first couple of times.
These swimmers on our varsity team, they were so good at diving.
And
like,
they all looked like 40 years old. I remember,
really old.
like, I feel like my memory now, if you put me next to their high school senior self, like right now, like I'm 4 years older than that state of them, I feel like they would still look like 15 years older than me.
No, I remember having the best time in swim. And then the year after, Alex decided that she didn't want to be on the swim team. So she left me
It's because they switched. It's because they switched it. It was like the community college I went to, we would go to their pool, and it was about like 20 minutes away.
We ended up having to use another high school's pool, and it wasn't as big, and it was because they already had their swim team like using their pool. Obviously, we got like the worst time for practice. It was like 7 to 9 p.m. And this was like, swim team was always on spring semester, so like right when it was like end of winter and then like spring. And I remember it being freezing when I came out. It was pitch black, horrible timing, because by the time you got home, I felt like I couldn't eat dinner before. Felt weird to eat dinner after. I still had homework. It really messed up. The first year was perfect timing, 3 to 5.
Yeah, it was
right
perfect.
When you got out, it was like almost like, it wasn't even sunset yet. It was like so good. It was so good.
And I just remember being like, before that year, we would like call each other being like, hey, do you still want to do it? And I was just like, at that point, I was literally getting my like senioritis. It was only like not even the beginning of 10th grade.
This was sophomore year.
No, literally. I was like, Nina, I can't. Like, I'm literally disintegrating. I was like acting like I'm old age. But at the same time, like...
But I feel like I still have a really good memory of it, because then after that COVID happened our junior year, and then senior year I wanted to join again, but I heard nothing about it. They still like had the team, and our coach left, and it was a different coach. Yeah, the team just, I didn't hear anything about it, and I didn't look for it.
A lot of people didn't stay too. Like the JV, they didn't go to varsity. Only some people, right?
Yeah.
Like, but majority didn't really.
No, we would have stayed in JV for sure, because did we call ourselves the slowest of the slow?
Girl, we didn't even need to call ourselves that.
Alex was a really I just remember Alex being really good at freestyle. Like, she was pretty quick at it, and then backstroke she really liked.
No, and you had breaststroke, froggy swim.
I'll give myself that. The only thing I was pretty good at was breaststroke, and it was the slowest stroke.
Oh, but let's just say the only other memory I have of swim too is one of our first meets. I remember finishing the meet, and then so in a swim meet, it would be like one competition, all the same style. Everybody would go, come back, and then when you're done, you wait for everybody and then get out of the pool, and then immediately they start another one. It was just really fast paced.
It was like back to back. Yeah.
I remember I came back. I couldn't get out of the pool. Stuck because they didn't have any ladder, nothing. Because I mean, they were like,
but it was on the
other side that I couldn't reach to. And so I couldn't push myself up even if I had momentum or anything because like
you were tired.
I was weak and tired. I couldn't get out. So the beat happened while I was still in the pool. I remember being mortified.
Dude, you pulled me out then.
Girl, literally.
For one of them, I think you waited until it finished their set so that I can quickly swim across.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what, but you did that.
Horrifying.
No, girl, it gets to the
good memories though. Good memories though.
But we had a great time. I mean, I personally thought we had a great time.
It was a good time. I liked it.
It was a good time.
I liked it.
After COVID, I feel like we started slowly drifting apart.
Yeah. COVID time, let's just say volatile. Let's just say, yeah. And so I feel like a lot with my friendships, like I don't know if drifted is the word, but I became very like disillusioned kind of, like especially in senior year too, you know, like I still had my close friend and everything, but I was kind of in a state where I was just like drifting by. I was like really just waiting for high school to end because like I don't know, it just felt like I like wasn't there anymore. Like I don't know. Like, I was just, like, over it by that point. Like, I was like, bro, I already have COVID. Like, I want to get out of here. Like, this is just extending it.
Literally, I felt the same way.
Yeah. And so senior year was just, like, a bunch of, like, moping around and I don't know. Nothing very eventful. And so, yeah, like, with a lot of friendships of mine, I just, like, kind of, like, I don't know. I, like, stopped having, I don't know if motivation's the word, but I stopped being able to have, like, the consistent thing I had before. It also could be age too, because like when you're younger and you have friendships, it's not like you had to maintain them. It's like they almost like were just naturally happening. Yeah. I mean, also with school and everything, it's same like constantly. So it was almost like post-COVID, being like 17 and 18, it was like a switch into real life where it's like, oh my God, I had to actually maintain my friendships and like I actually have to like adult it, you know?
Literally.
And so I think that was also a factor in it. But the way that, I mean, me and Nina would text still, like, every now and then, I would say. Yeah. And then we'd still see each other every now and then.
Alex was a good texter, by the way. Like, no, honestly, because we wouldn't talk a lot in person or because of conflicting schedules and things like that. Yeah. Because, mind you, after we graduated high school, Alex straight away started community college, but I didn't start right away. I wanted to take a gap year. Yeah. So, like, we had, like, well, I was more flexible, but still, like, we wouldn't really meet or talk on the phone. Like, even, I feel like now we're starting to talk on the phone instead of texting more, because I prefer that. But, like,
I'm not naturally a caller anyway, but, like, now I'm getting into it, too, and I think I like it better, too.
Literally.
But, like, in community college, especially, because, so senior year, I was disillusioned. And then community, I was working so much that, like, time really flew by, and I just, like, wasn't really doing anything else.
No, that makes
that contributed
sense.
Too. Yeah.
That makes sense. But then we would text once in a while, and when we would text, we would have like long texts, and we would do like, I think we would do block texting, like details. And I absolutely love it when a person on text is detailed, because if we're not talking on the phone, how else are we supposed to maintain a friendship? I guess like something that we can say for like maintaining a long-term friendship is having good communication. And communication can vary for like person to person. Friend groups can be different. It can be like FaceTime calling, in-person meetups. But at the time, texting was just what kept us, what kept that string of our friendship still like intact and there.
Yeah. Even so though, I honestly don't remember like our long texts, if I'm being real.
Go scroll back. I
need to scroll back. But I remember still in my mind, obviously, even if we didn't see each other for a really long time, or we didn't talk for a really long time, I mean, in my head, when I was like thinking of like, oh, Nina as like friend, I was still like, yeah, that's Nina. Like, like it's almost like a sibling thing. it's like
she's always there.
Yeah.
I never felt like I had to try hard with Alex. And
Yeah.
I don't know, it was because we already had like a solid, strong
Foundation and
when we were
everything.
young.
Yeah.
Like we went through our funny moments, our disagreements not so much, other than those moments. But like, I don't know, I felt like isn't there like a saying, like you morph into your friends, like you become like your friends. I feel like we grew very similar, and now I feel like we're still similar, but we're very different individuals. But we're like, we're still like, we have our commonalities.
This is a different question too, but I also think, I mean, in my mind, it's almost like a sibling thing. Like I would view you and be like, that's Nina. Like I've never once felt like a non-caring sentiment. So it's not like, you know, like in my head, I was like, when we text and meet up, it'll happen. Like it's not something I need to force or necessarily preserve. It will maintain itself, you know?
Yeah.
But I do think that period of like us not talking that much, I feel like it was kind of not needed per se, but I did feel like when we did reconnect, we almost reconnected as like not different people, but a lot more grown. And I felt like that's what's really helped us even more reconnect in like a weird way.
My idea of friendships was like, when you're in college, you have to have a college group like I did, or like we did when we were in high school. We had our high school friend group. And so I was putting my focus mainly on making new friendships and relationships. And then when that fell apart and I realized, you know what, I feel alone again. Like I need to, not necessarily that you have to have college friendships. Some people don't even have childhood friendships, like such a close bond where even when you're not together or don't spend time together and you come back, like it's as if no time has passed.
Even though naturally people yearn for friendships.
Literally.
It's natural.
It's a natural human thing to have like a human to human connection.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, maybe I should instead just focus on strengthening the friendships I already have, because it was a certain shape at the time. And then over time, because we all grew as individuals, that friendship can stay.
Yeah.
But it just takes in a different form. And I think that was like a big thing I realized, because you're right, we needed that time apart. But then when we came back together, I feel like as if no time has passed. I still feel like I am going back in time to my 7-8-year-old self, being silly, being carefree, laughing, having so much fun. We're not even going anywhere, doing anything specific, just like talking, spending time together. I already feel like very fulfilled with our friendship. But it changed shape in such a beautiful way, and I feel like it will continuously change in different forms based off of different phases in our life. But yeah. Any last words? Any last words you want to say?
Let's just say the most interesting part is the currentness, because I feel like our current friendship has so many different factors and new things to it, and so many things that like work in it, that it's really complex, and you could take a lot of things to think about from it. Versus our old friendship was very like, I don't know, childhood friendships are of course great and beautiful. I'm not downplaying it, but I'm just saying like it's something where it's like it was very natural and not something very thoughtful. Like
it wasn't too deep.
It wasn't too deep. Versus when like after COVID especially, like it was a different way to approach these things. You know, like for sure.
For sure.
But yeah.
I
guess that's it.
That was our friendship, and I'm happy we did this. Like just talking about, like in the beginning, I feel like we started this video and we're like, how are we gonna continue? But this is just how it is. Like with Alex, like when I start talking with Alex, I'm like it naturally starts flowing. Like, is this even a camera? Like, what is this?
Hey. But no, Nina just creative like that.
My enabler
from youth.
We have those creative shared brain cells.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're just gonna stop here.
Yeah.
But until next time, because we're gonna make a part 2. It's gonna be like multiple parts. But
okay. Bye.